Hey guys, it's Yessie. Welcome back to my channel. So, um, today I wanted to dedicate a video to someone who I loved very much and will always love for the rest of my life. My Uncle James. He passed away on January 8th of this year, and this has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through. Probably the hardest. Definitely the hardest. I've never lost a human being that was so close to me. It's only been 2 weeks and 1 day, so all of this is very fresh. I'm still grieving, and I know that I'm going to grieve for a very long time. It just doesn't even feel real that, he's no longer here. But today I just wanted to read something that I wrote for him. I was actually going to read it at his funeral or in his mass, but I didn't get the chance to. So I was going to do a YouTube video about him anyway, so I thought that this would be the perfect chance to just share some words about him and to read this to him. I know he's listening to me right now. I have read my speech a few times, like over, and every time that I read it, I cry. It's pretty impossible to not cry, but I'm going to try my best to not cry, but I know I will. So yeah, this is for you, Uncle James. I love you and I miss you. Everyone that knew my Uncle James is lucky to have had someone so kind, selfless, and loving in their life. James was the person you could go to if you needed a warm hug or if you simply needed to talk about things. He was one of the most empathetic people I have ever had in my life. He always cared so deeply for people and animals. He had his own pain and struggled with his own problems, yet he still felt the pain of everyone he cared for. James always put others before himself first. He wanted to make others happy, and that's what made him so special. His smile and laugh could light up a room. He always made me laugh. I still have the sound of his laughter stuck in my head, and I hope I never forget it. I want to hold on to the sound of his laughter forever because that is what will bring me peace when I'm feeling sad. My uncle had always been there for me even when he wasn't around and couldn't see me in person. He always wrote me letters and they would always bring a smile to my face. I will cherish those letters for the rest of my life. I will even cherish the little magazine cutouts he sent with the letters, showing me different kinds of snacks that he wanted to try. One thing that I still remember from one of those letters he sent me was that he wanted me to bake him a cake when he came back home. Little did he know I'm not the best for that job. I replied and told him, I don't know how to bake a cake, but I can buy you one. So I did just that when we welcomed him back home. My Uncle James didn't have an easy life. I always saw him as a warrior because he had overcome so many difficult obstacles. You couldn't even imagine all of the things he went through. That is why we are all in disbelief with his sudden passing, because he always seemed to overcome everything and anything. He was invincible. Despite battling all of his problems, he always kept a smile on his face. He was always so optimistic and full of life. He was free-spirited, one of a kind. His physical body isn't here anymore, but his soul will live on forever. He's free now. Our lives will never be the same again. We were so used to seeing him outside and bumping into him. Whenever I go to my abuelita's house now, I won't feel the same. I won't see you coming out of your room and saying, "What's up, superstar?" or saying, "Hi, my little baby," to my daughter. You were and will always be my grandma's whole world. Your parents won't ever be the same. My mother will always have that emptiness inside of her because her little brother will no longer get to be with her. The holidays won't be the same without you. You were the life of the party. Even if I was in a bad mood somehow, you would make me laugh. I'll never see your name pop up on my phone again. You always called me and texted me. You were always so concerned about your family and friends. You always looked for us. I regret not picking up some of your phone calls. I should have picked up for every single call. I would do anything to receive a call from you again. I'm going to miss all of the cute animal videos you would send me. I'm going to miss you offering me your weird new chips or candy. I'm going to miss the surprise visits with Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm even going to miss all of the little things you did that ticked me off, like how when you would always ask me questions. It's crazy to think how the things that annoyed you about someone, someday you will end up missing and wishing that you could experience them all over again. What hurts me the most about your passing, Uncle James, is that you got such a short time with my daughter. You were so happy to have a second niece. You always said, I want her to call me uncle, and since my niece or nephews don't call me that. How I wish now that I would have called you uncle instead of only James. I promise that although you are no longer with us, my daughter will call you uncle and she will learn all about you. I know that you're her guardian angel now and you will always be a part of her. I'm grateful to God for giving you the chance to meet my daughter and being able to hold her. That's all that matters. Uncle James, you left me right before my birthday. This birthday will not be the same as the others, and neither will the next 25 birthdays. Nothing will ever be the same. This is the biggest pain I have ever had to endure. You were the uncle that I loved the most, the only sibling my mother had here, and now you have gone to heaven with all of your family members that have been waiting for you. Go be free and take care of my furry loved ones up there. We had our time with you on earth. Now it's their turn to have you again. Someday we will meet again. I can't wait to see you open up the gates of heaven for me when it's my time. Thank you for the signs you have given me, showing me that you're happy and at peace now. I love you, Uncle James. We love you unconditionally, forever in our hearts. Your superstar.